Hello and welcome. Is masturbation harmful? Today's topic will explore questions like, is masturbation harmful? Is it moral or not? Is it just a matter of tradition? Today, I'll be sharing the scientific facts and exploding myths. If you're ready, fasten your seatbelts and let's get started. First of all, what is masturbation? Masturbation is the fulfillment of one's sexual feelings and desires by touching one's own body. And this subject is as old as human history. Traces and forms of this are constantly found in historical ruins and traces. In other words, it's a very, very old subject. Scientific research from world-renowned institutions like Stanford, Harvard, and the Mayo Clinic shows us that masturbation is not harmful to overall health. In fact, it has quite positive results and effects. For example, it reduces stress and makes sleep easier. Dopamine triggers the release of hormones like endorphins, which are happiness hormones, joy hormones, and pleasure hormones. In women, it strengthens the perineal muscles. It's quite beneficial for prostate health in men. So, science says, you can do it, but only occasionally. It's not harmful to your health. That's the true way of saying it. But isn't too much of anything bad? Yes, it is. Masturbation is generally safe, but if it's done frequently, several times a day, or even regularly every day, things take a different turn. Because masturbation isn't the main point of sexual satisfaction. Masturbation is merely a companion, a supportive sexual act. However, if you can't control yourself, if you feel the need to do it constantly, if you sometimes feel the need to do it simply out of habit and feel a sense of relief, the situation is a bit different. There's something out of control there. There's a situation that needs to be stopped. Let's emphasize this point first. If you have a situation that continues with this lack of control, you absolutely must seek professional help. A urological examination first, and perhaps even consultation with a psychologist afterward, would be greatly beneficial. Now, let's get to the myths. I said I'd bust them. Does it make you blind? Does it cause infertility? Does it shrink your brain? Or does it harm you in some way? Does it negatively impact my sexuality? No, none of these are true. They're all myths and have nothing to do with reality. The only critical point here is to be mindful of moderation. But what do you mean by moderation, doctor? What I mean by moderation is if masturbation replaces normal sexual activity. If you're doing it more frequently than usual, there's a problem. Masturbation that imitates and complements sexual intercourse isn't actually harmful. Remember, if you have more sexual encounters than masturbate, meaning you masturbate less, there's no major problem. Of course, the technical aspects of masturbation will be the subject of another video, so don't worry. But for now, it's crucial to emphasize that masturbation isn't harmful when done in moderation, given the context of this video. To summarize, masturbation is a natural, integral part of human nature. Of course, some cultures and belief systems may define and perceive it differently, but since we're looking at it from a scientific perspective, it makes more sense to say it this way. As long as it's done occasionally, masturbation isn't something to be ashamed of, shy away from, or regret. Please, that's how it came to your mind. So, to summarize, is masturbation harmful? Not if you do it in moderation. Please don't consider masturbation a taboo or something to be avoided. Now, if you found the content in this video helpful, please share it with your loved ones. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and look forward to the next video. See you soon.